Good morning, everybody. Today is May the 19th, 2021. This is StockCast, your pre-market show. My name is James Mason. With me is Todd Burry. Todd, how you doing this morning?
I am doing well. Good morning to everyone. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, And best comment this morning comes from ST Works. He says, everyone's saying good morning, must not be in crypto.
Oh, God, that's hilarious. All right. I was not expecting that. I'm sorry, guys. That's funny. That is too funny. All right.
Because we're going to be talking about crypto here.
Yeah, we actually are talking about crypto today. So currently the Dow futures are down 327 points. The S&P 500 futures are down almost 45 points. So we are obviously going to come out red, but I do expect somewhat of a intraday bullish bounce and then get rejected. And then actually with this market, who knows? The market's going to go up or down. I guarantee it. You heard it here first. All right. Well, let's just talk about crypto. So if y'all have been keeping up with crypto, and a lot of y'all do trade crypto, you probably know about China cracking down on crypto. And with that being said, I mean, you got to think of all of the crypto miners in China. Like that's one of the reasons why the crypto market is just going to get hammered now. And everybody's going to be rushing to do the whole buy the dip. Oh, buy the dip. This is the bottom. Listen, China is cracking down on that. This is not the bottom. This is not the bottom until China says it's the bottom. So, I mean, imagine how many people who are in China who are going to stop mining crypto, who are going to stop buying crypto, and just really how bad it's going to get. And I know people are probably kind of viewing it as in, okay, yeah, whatever. But we're talking about China. We ain't talking about the United States of America, to where you could still get away with it and pretty much next to no repercussions. If those people get caught with it, there's real deal punishment. So it's serious, guys. I mean, you gotta take into consideration any kind of macro event. And I'm definitely not against trading crypto, but one of the scariest things about trading crypto is if you're swing trading it, it's a 24/7 market. You can't monitor the market all day long. And when the bad news comes out, it's always going to end up coming out when you least expect it and you're not prepared. So if you're still trying to catch that bottom in crypto, there's a lot of bottom left. I mean, look at how much it has ran up. So just, hey, play it safe, guys. Play it safe. And I mean, Todd and I was talking this morning. Todd, what was the market cap? Or not the market cap, I'm sorry. How much money did Bitcoin trade yesterday?
In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin's traded, and I misspoke when you and I spoke, it's $79 billion. $79 billion. Okay. Which is just, you and I were discussing, and I've never bought Bitcoin. I've never bought a crypto of any kind. I've never traded it. And I made the comment to James that I'm wondering with this dip, will some of that retail money come back into the equities or small caps? And then we started digging into some forums and hearing people talk, and people are saying, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. So for some reason, people are into this currency. And yesterday, we looked this up, $79 billion traded in Bitcoin alone.
And imagine how many other cryptocurrencies there are for the people who don't know.
Yeah, I'll just give you a couple of them real quick here. Ethereum is 53 billion. Tether is 188 billion. Dogecoin, 8 billion. I mean, Dogecoin, 8 billion yesterday. XRP, 17 billion. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
So like, kind of going back where we were talking about with crypto taking a beating now, is that money going to come back into small caps? And I don't think so. I think it's actually going to get worse because more people are going to be chasing that bottom, trying to buy that dip. And the truth is, with the market, some people just have to go poor and go broke. And that's what's going to happen here. These market makers, these whales, they know the name of the game, and they know people. They know the common person is just going to chase that bottom, chase that dip. And those people just, it's a cycle. I mean, it's not me being mean. It's just a cycle. Some people have to go broke in this game for the big guys to win. That's just the way it is. And that's what they're doing. And again, guys, just be careful if you are that deep into crypto. I know some people who have unloaded all of their stocks and threw it all into crypto. May God have mercy on your portfolio.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
All right. So when things like this happen with like crypto, you got to think, what else does it influence in the market? What else does it affect? Well, like I just said, there's money being moved in and out between these, different markets, and how like people are going to be trying to buy that dip again. I'm willing to bet that the small cap market is probably going to take more of a hit. And so that's one negative effect. But, when you start kind of getting more specific, you have to think of the companies that it actually takes a hit on. I mean, how many companies are basically tied at the hip to crypto? I mean, there's so many of them, so many we trade. I mean, heck, even Tesla. I mean, we know that Elon Musk and Tesla, they bought 1.5 billion in Bitcoin and is pretty much just been getting hammered since then, and will continue to do so. So that's not going to sit well with Bitcoin. Not Bitcoin, Tesla. That's not going to look good there. And then, Tesla in general, and let's just pull up Tesla on the chart. All right, so here is Tesla on the daily chart. And let me just zoom out. So we can see, Tesla just being Tesla, making us run, doing its thing. And it is getting some weakness. So we came down here, we tested that 200 EMA, bounced, which was to be expected since we were up that high, and it was just a rapid descent down to that 200. And done this little choppy wave. And here we are again. Now, where it gets dangerous for Tesla is this 9 EMA is flirting with crossing over that 200 EMA. And that spells death, literally, for Tesla. Now, when I say, spells death, I ain't even talking about Tesla getting actually demolished, but I fully expect Tesla to, sometime in the future, Tesla, like, let's be honest, like, I love Tesla, I love Elon Musk, but Tesla is just highly, highly overrated, highly overvalued, and they have a few $100s per share to peel off before they actually get to where they should be trading at. So overall, with the current technical setup on Tesla on the daily chart, and in the future, once we start having macro events take place in the United States and our market actually starts taking a true hit, not what it's doing now. Like, there's so many new traders who are jumping in the market now, and they're like, oh my God, the market's crashing. This is not a crash. I mean, we're still pretty much going sideways. So this is not a crash yet. But let's say we do have a good pullback, kind of like the same way we did when the pandemic first happened. If we had something that significant of a pullback, I expect Tesla to get to the point where it's trading under $300. And I've basically come up with that value just looking at the daily chart. I mean, you can see where I drew that support at, but it's not for Tesla to lose 50% of its value right now. I don't see that as being unrealistic, in my opinion.
You know who else believes that strongly?
Who's that?
Michael Burry.
For sure. He has, what, a 350 million bet against it?
Yeah.
Like 8,000 put contracts?
Yeah, something like that. And he's been shown, I mean, he's got a long successful track record of making big calls like that.
Yeah. I mean, the last time I traded $350 million and bought 8,000 puts, just kidding. I wish I was on that level.
I was going to say, and
if I was on that level, I wouldn't be doing YouTube right now. Oh, it's five. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Correction. 530 million, which makes it. Good Lord! Like, who takes a $500 million position? Man,
Michael Burry.
Big Balls Burry. That's what we'll call him. Big Balls Burry. Like, good Lord! Like, you really believe in it?
Yeah.
And I mean, like you said, his track record. I mean, he was right. He was right before, and he's probably going to be right again. So,
well, clearly, if you watch the movie Big Short, that's the movie about him in the housing market. He didn't jump into that housing decision like one afternoon and said, "Hey, we're going to do this."
mm-hmm.
They spent weeks investigating and digging into balance sheets and files and visiting states and looking at real mortgages and real addresses, knocking on doors. Like, I got to believe that he's done something similar to Tesla. He's not putting a $500 million bet into play without really digging behind the scenes where he thinks this is headed.
Oh yeah. And speaking of that, you know what that actually reminds me of? Digging into the company to really study it to understand where it's going to go. Predictive Oncology, ticker POAI.
Good segue.
It's all about knowing your research and just knowing what it's going to do. And man, what a day Predictive Oncology had yesterday. It finally bottomed out. Thank God. So we finally stepped away from that bullshit Benzinga article, getting rid of some of those bearish people coming in, shorting it, and hopefully we're turning a corner here. We broke back above a critical level right there at 103. We're currently at, sitting at pre-market at 103 to be exact. But we need to stay above 103. Now, once we get to the point where we get back above $1.30, I'll feel really, really good about it at that point. Which, I mean, I feel really good about it now, but I'm just talking about in the sense of all of my shares that I have. And I have a super low average, and I'm profitable in it, but still, like, I wanted to see it get back above 130 and excuse me. And the reason why, obviously, because I'm going to be making money. I mean, we know that, and a lot of us will be. But the last thing that I want them to do is to drop a catalyst right now. I want to see this thing slowly climb. When I say slowly, maybe climb 10 cents a day and get back above 160 before they would drop a catalyst. Because down here, I mean, you got to think we're still between here and 160, we're still 60 cents off. That is a huge difference when you're talking in the context of dropping a catalyst. When it goes from $1 to 160, you got to think how many more people have jumped into this. How many less shares are out in the market once it gets up to 160? And that's where we want to be before they drop a catalyst. Now, we have no control over that. Hopefully they use their brains and timing works out correctly and we get back above 160 before they release the catalyst for us. And then we take our trip to the moon. So, man, it's nice to actually see POAI have a green day yesterday. I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, if they can hold that market for a few days, then pop again for a few cents and make that climb 30, 40 cents over the next couple of weeks, that would be good for us.
Yeah. So all I know is if it hits my lower threshold for my target price at $4, man.
Baby Alana's getting new shoes.
Yep. And someone at the IRS will be as well. Oh man. Those are those moments where you're just like, well, when you have the dopamine release and because you have a good trade like that, you're like, oh man, yeah, I don't care how much taxes I have to pay until you have to pay them. But all right, guys. So that's all I have today, actually. Today is, besides the market, the general overall market being red, crypto taking a beating, the volume is extremely low. All of my scanners are pretty much empty this morning. So for me, I'm not even going to bother day trading. There's just not enough volume for me to even try to chase day trading. I'm just going to manage my trades and look for that next one. So Todd, do you have anything else?
No, be safe today, people. I don't think I'm trading either today. There's nothing. I mean, the biggest gainer on the New York is UVXY, and I think it's like 5 or 6%. So that's not a good sign.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Hey, we appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Of all the other people you could waste your morning listening to, you wasted listening to us. So we appreciate y'all. Thank you. And we will catch y'all in the next one.